Hello. All right. So, Jeannie, thank you so much for being here. Our fabulous color guru who has really like saved my life with my color analysis that I did with you. I was just saying that I take this everywhere. I really feel like it saved me like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be here. And yes, that's the whole point, to make dressing simpler, to make shopping for clothes simpler, to create a wardrobe that works together. It's all about the color.
For sure. And I was a former actor, you were a former actor, and
Uh,
so many times struggling with like, what am I going to wear on camera that looks really good on me? And since I got this card, I realized, wow, I was really making a lot of mistakes when it comes to wardrobe. And from the casting side, now that I'm on the casting side, it really does make a huge difference, especially in self tapes because we're in the virtual world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And the thing is, like I was an actor for years and I remember the feeling of walking into an audition and not feeling confident in how I looked. And I remember the difference in the feeling of walking into an audition and feeling super confident in how I looked and how different those felt. And this is basically a way to help you feel confident every time. Know that you're wearing something that's really going to highlight your natural beauty, your natural looks, and kind of not feel as much not confident, because it's challenging to find the right things to wear. There's a lot that goes into that, but color is the first thing people notice when they see you. So I always think, I always recommend shopping color first, and I have a whole theory behind that. But one of the reasons is, color is the first thing people notice about you when you walk into a room. And also, you can walk into a store and you can scan the store for colors, right? But you can't scan for like the other things that make up dressing well, like, the shape of the clothing. Like I have a very curvy body. I look good in a fit and flare dress. A sheath dress looks terrible on me every time, right? But I can't sort of walk into a store and scan for all the fit and flare dresses. I would have to like pick up all the dresses and like assess the shape. But I can walk in and scan for color. And for me, I'll scan for some of my very best colors that are on, my color card, which is different than your color card because we have 12 different
Mm.
palettes,
All right.
right? So you're a moonlit
Yeah.
winter, right?
Yep.
And I'm come autumn, very different shades that we wear well. And you can walk into a store and scan for your shades, or you can search them if you're online shopping. And it just takes the guesswork out of wearing your best colors.
So talk to me about the color guru. Why did you create it? What is the concept?
Yeah, the concept is, I mean, so the color guru really was born out of my own frustration with my clothes. Um, I had tons of clothes and I didn't really like hardly any of them, and it just used to blow my mind. And then I talked to so many people who are in the same boat, right? And it's like nobody teaches us how to shop for clothes that are right for us. We're taught to shop for clothes by impulse buying. Like we go out and we browse and we look at things, and if we like it in the moment, we buy it. Okay, that doesn't mean it's going to work for us a month down the road. It doesn't mean that it's going to work with anything else in our closet, right? And so it's sort of like going to the grocery store. You go to the grocery store, I mean, we've all done it. We've all gone to the grocery store without a list, or we've gone to the grocery store with a list, right? And it's
Right.
a totally different experience when you get home and try to make a recipe and you didn't take a list of the recipes you want to make that week, right? And so you have like all but three ingredients, and you're just like, I can't make that recipe. I can't make that recipe, right? Well, outfits are a recipe. And so when you go to the grocery store, and you have your list of the recipes you're going to make that week and you buy all the ingredients, you can put a great recipe together. Same thing with clothes. So the impulse buying strategy does not work for most of us.
Right.
Definitely didn't work for me. So I started to think like, I used to be in this pattern of just buying more clothes. And then I would like every once in a while declutter, right? And then my closet felt great for like a couple months, maybe like 2 months, 3 months. And then 4 months later, I'd be like, I have to declutter again. It's packed, right? I have all these clothes. I don't like them. I gotta like, but then I buy more, declutter, buy more, declutter. And then I realized, oh, that's not the cycle I need to be in. Like, what I actually need to do is have a strategy for what I'm bringing into my closet to begin with, so that it's something that I like for years to come. And I'm not wasting my money on things that don't work for me. And so I started to think about, if I were to create, this is where I get like super nerdy because I love efficiency. Like, some people think because I run Color Guru, like I'm crazy about clothes or in fashion. It's not true. I am crazy about efficiency. I love things that make my life easier. I want to look good, but I don't want it to take a long time because I have a lot else to do in my life. I am not browsing fashion magazines. I don't know what's on the runways. I want to know what looks good on me and what I can, buy quickly and put together a great outfit that I love myself in quickly, right? So that was my goal. So that's when I kind of came up with the idea of, well, I know that there's this concept of like, not all colors look good on all people. So if I can figure out what colors look really good on me, I could just only ever wear my best colors. And that would be a great way to that would be a first step for sort of, having a strategy for what I bring into my closet. And so I started to shop like that. I tested it out, and it yielded so much in terms of results that I started a business, basically, is what happened, because I realized I looked better in everything I was wearing. People were complimenting me all the time suddenly on like what I was wearing, because I did figure out my best colors, and shopping was so fun and simple because it was like a treasure hunt. Take my color card, either on my phone or my laminated card here, to the store, treasure hunt for my colors. It eliminates like 50% at least of the options in the store, which is a great thing, because all the sort of paradox of choice, right, starts to fade away. And you go, I'm only going to buy my best colors. I'm only going to take my best colors into the dressing room. Take your best colors into the dressing room. And then you can assess, do I like the shape of this on me? Is this my style? Which are the two big other pieces. But it just like cut my shopping time in half and made shopping really fun. And then the bonus on the back end that honestly I was not expecting, but has been massive, is all your clothes start to coordinate together. Mm-hmm. Right? So this is not just your best colors, not just the colors that sort of make you glow and highlight your natural beauty. This is a plan for your wardrobe so that your clothes go together, because this is a family of colors that's made to work together, right? I used to have a little bit of every color in my wardrobe, and it made it so confusing when I would go to put an outfit together, because I've got like black shoes and brown shoes and gray and silver and like all these different accessories and all these different shades of clothing. And now it's like I have the colors from my autumn palette in everything: clothing, accessories, bags, outerwear. Everything goes with everything. And it's this one-time thing you do that like yields so much in terms of return that I had to start a business.
I love it. Seriously, I really do, because I know, for actors, a lot of times there's a lot of stress, especially when it comes to revolves around headshots, right? What do I wear? What do I bring? What don't I wear? What looks good on me? So I was wondering if you could talk about possibly, what is the biggest obstacle that you see for actors when it comes to wardrobe choices for being on camera?
Yeah, so I really think color is the number one challenge, but when I was an actor, I will say I didn't know that that was the number one challenge. I had never even at that time in my life considered that the color that I liked, like visually liked, didn't necessarily look good on me and wasn't necessarily reflecting sort of my natural beauty. Wasn't, you want colors that sort of work with you. A lot of the colors I used to wear were sort of overpowering me on camera. And it's the same with background colors. That sort of bright blue that's like the classic sort of background colors, it looks great behind some actors, and some actors, it's hard to look at them because the blue is grabbing your attention. Their coloring can't sort of, people with very beautiful, soft, muted coloring kind of fade away into that bright blue background. So that's one of the reasons we've been working with just we have a color guru offering that's for, anybody basically, but that's why we created the actors package, was to help with more than just clothing colors, but also we give some background color suggestions that are based on your season type. And there's nothing wild and crazy in there. It's, it's neutral backgrounds, but it's really helpful to know what's going to highlight you. Just like, when you've had I'm sure we've all had a headshot where we think we look amazing. And then we've all had a headshot where we're like, that's not the way I wish it looked. Right. And the difference, like you want to send out that headshot that looks amazing. You do not want to really send out the one that doesn't feel so good. And basically, for actors, we want to create that feeling of every time you send out an audition, like a self-tape audition, your clothing shades look great. Your makeup shades look great. We have makeup cards that you can add on to the package if you choose to, and your background looks great, so that you're really the focus and you're really the highlight, and what is beautiful about you is highlighted. That's kind of the goal.
Now, I know that you said earlier when we were talking before we hopped on here that there's three universal colors. Could you talk to those colors a little bit?
Yeah, so three universal colors that really kind of span the seasons and look good on anybody's coloring. Even different skin tones. People were like, do these look good on all different skin tones? Yes, they really do. So the first one is sort of a soft peachy pink. So you want to find that color. It's light and it's not all pink and it's not all peach. It's got some peach and pink in it, and you've got to kind of look carefully for that. And actually, if you want to see these colors, because I know it's hard to like describe a color, right? If you want to see these colors, they're in my free color tips guide, which we're going to link.
Yeah.
If you sign up for my newsletter, you can get my free color tips guide. So these colors you'll see an image of the color, but I'll describe them really quick. That soft peachy pink. I always tell people it's a great choice for like bridesmaids dresses because everyone looks so good in it, for like spring or summer wedding, right? Go for that. But I think it's also, obviously with an audition, you want to consider the feel of the audition. So if you're kind of, playing a character that's sort of soft, maybe sort of feminine, this could be a great color to wear because it will really highlight, it kind of brings out the natural color in people's cheeks, whether they have olive undertones, pink undertones, anything.
For men
So
too,
that's
I'm assuming.
for men too. Yeah, absolutely. Um, Second one is red wine. So if you look at a glass of red wine, and that is a great color on everyone. It really is a deeper, universal color. It can be a fairly dramatic feeling color, kind of a powerful color, a strong color that isn't black. Black doesn't show up so well for an audition for most people. That's not across the board, but for most people, it tends to look a little blocky and heavy on a lot of people. So this is a great alternative to black, a deep red wine color. And then the last one, and this one has an interesting story that goes with it. So the color periwinkle, it's not quite blue and it's not quite purple, right? Right in between. And the interesting thing that I've learned, because I research color all the time, and I'm so fascinated by it, but in the 1960s, the Pan Am airline stewardesses' uniforms were periwinkle because they actually did like a research on what would look best on every skin tone, and periwinkle was their winner. And it's true, it is a really good color on pretty much everybody. So that's another one to consider.
I love that. Well, that's super easy. People can run out and look for that color right now, especially because
Yeah,
a lot of people are shopping online. So again,
absolutely.
knowing these color choices, especially for wardrobe, is incredibly, incredibly helpful. Well, listen, Jeannie, this has been I'm so excited. This is like my favorite thing to talk about. I love clothing. Um, I felt like you. There were things in my closet. I'm like, oh, this is so
Yeah.
cute on the hanger, and it looks awful
Uh,
on me.
the-
You know,
yeah.
it, but ever since, you and I met, I am able to, if I'm going somewhere, like put together an outfit, I would say in probably under 5 minutes. I'm like, great, these things
Exactly.
go together. I'm just going to walk out the door. And at the
Yep.
end of the day, I feel great in what I've chosen because I know those colors are good on me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it just makes it so much easier. And I mean, that's the whole point. You've got lots of other things to worry about, lots of other preparation to do for your auditions or your headshot session or your callback. So like, why not just take some stress out of the outfit, you know?
Yeah, and especially I feel like especially when it comes to headshots, it's essential because so many actors that I work with are like, I don't really know what to wear,
Yeah.
or I'm not sure if these colors look right on me. And then, a lot of times photographers are super helpful and will guide them, but
Yeah.
not necessarily with colors that would look good to them because I feel like it's a personalized
Yeah.
service.
Yeah, yeah. And so often, actually, with headshots, it's really about the color because, often headshots are not the entire body. You're not seeing the whole outfit. I mean, some you are, but a lot of times it's really the color and your face, right? And you're not assessing the shape, the body shape or anything at that point in sort of like a headshot that's like from here up. You're just seeing the color and colors reflect on our face really differently. So it's good to have that knowledge of, choosing the colors that are going to reflect, and make your eyes pop or make your skin tone glow and all of those things.
Especially because we're going to be in the self-tape virtual world from now on. And, it's the framing and it's, this little frame and what do you look like? And if you're popping, it
Yeah.
makes a huge difference. So thank you. I really, really
Sure.
appreciate you being here. Congratulations. I know that you said that you're going to be highlighted in apartment therapy.
Yay, yes. So
Yay.
excited.
That's awesome. I'm obsessed with apartment therapy, so I can't wait to see you in there. And again, we'll put the link for everybody for your newsletter so that they can sign up and get that freebie for those three universal colors.
Definitely. And you also have a discount code that I just want to remind people of that they can use for 10% off a color analysis package if they're interested. And, that'll be in there too, but it's MEL 10, capital MEL 10.
Love it. And there's going to be a lucky winner
Yay.
on the last day of our Facebook challenge. So that I'm jealous of that person who's ever
Oh,
going to
yeah,
win. Super jealous.
totally.
Okay, Jeannie, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Great. All right. Bye.
Okay, bye.